Hi, hello, welcome to or back to my channel. So today I'm going to be starting a really exciting reading vlog. One of my big goals for 2025, it's not going too well at the moment, but we are only in March. Well, not quite, we're still in February. We're only in February. We can make do with this goal. My goal is to read more books off my TBR that have been on my TBR for a long time. So I'm going to be doing a little series this year where I do maybe like a reading vlog every couple of months where I read books that have been on my TBR for a long time. I have been reading since the beginning of 2023, and in 2023 I went a bit crazy with the book buying, and a lot of those books have been sitting on my TBR for a long time, and some of them are actually annoying me now because I'm like, I should have read that. I just want to know if I like these books or not. And I'm going to make it easy on myself because they have been on my TBR for a long time. If I want to DNF, I can. But I am not a DNFer, guys. I don't think I have ever DNF'd, like, fully DNF'd a book. I've only ever soft DNF'd. Never actually DNF'd a book. So hopefully we don't have to DNF. Hopefully we find some hidden 5-star gems in this series. I feel like that's a high possibility. Sometimes you have those books that have been sitting there a while. You have no idea how good they are, and then they end up being 5 stars. I'm just really excited to do this series. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the reading vlogs, enjoy seeing me read some books that have been on my TBR for a long time. But yeah, I love you all, and remember to like, subscribe, and let's get into it. First up we have The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. This is disgusting, this cover. It's got pen on it and everything. That's how old it is. I really haven't took care of this book, and I'm sad because I actually love the cover. I'm going to give it a good clean before I read this. This has been on the TBR, according to Goodreads. It's probably been longer because I probably didn't add it straight away. Since the 8th of February 2023. So definitely at the start of my reading journey. Then we have, I think I'm going to read The Hating Game next, which this one I'm pretty nervous about. So many people love it, so many people hate it. I'm nervous but equally excited to see how I feel. See if I enjoy this. This one has been on my TBR, according to Goodreads, since the 9th of March 2023. Lastly, I think this one is the oldest one. It might not be though. I don't know if my Goodreads is accurate because I don't know when I added them. But we have One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This has been on my TBR since the 14th of January 2023. So the oldest according to my Goodreads out of the 3, but they've all been there a while. I'm actually excited for all of these, to be honest. I'm glad that I'm still excited for them. I haven't lost my excitement for them considering that they've been on my TBR for so long. But yeah, it's about time I read these, and I'm excited to see how I feel. But yeah, we're going to be starting with The Flat Share. This one just has such a cute premise. It's about like these two people that move into an apartment together, but they have completely different schedules, so they don't really come across each other in this apartment, and they leave little like sticky notes for each other. This just sounds really sweet. It sounds like the type of book that I would have read at the start of my reading journey, and I miss reading books like this, just super cute rom-coms. I do still read rom-coms, but I feel like I don't read enough of them. I just want those feelings back again that I got when I first started reading. So yeah, I feel like that's what this is going to give me. Let's start The Flat Share. I'm currently reading The Flat Share, and I'm on page 36. The writing style in this is a bit weird. I don't know. It's not that I'm not enjoying it. Obviously I'm only 36 pages in, but like when the characters speak, let me try and show you. Let me show you. It's like a script almost. Like it says me, maybe tonight when I've slept. Okay, so you're just going, like it says the character's name, and I just find that a bit weird. Like it's like I'm reading a script. Usually in books when a character speaks, it's not written like that. It's written like an actual conversation rather than just the person, then the next person, and like a script. That's one thing that I've noticed straight away, which is a bit odd. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping I enjoy it. I'm a little bit nervous because I'm just feeling a bit weird about the writing at the moment, but hopefully I start to gel with it more as I get further in. I am now on page 151 of The Flat Share, and I am actually really enjoying this. This has like such an interesting plot in here as well, because this is on the back, it's not a spoiler, but the main guy in it, his brother is in prison, and that's like one of the main plot lines of this story. I find that really interesting because I went into this not knowing that, and I'm actually really enjoying his brother's plot line. I think it's super interesting. It's just something different. I've never really read a romance where there's a plot line like that, especially in a rom-com. I love the little notes that they leave for each other. It's super sweet. The fact that I am 151 pages in and they haven't even met yet. They've been close to meeting, but they still haven't met. It's just so much fun. like waiting for them to meet. I can't wait for when they do meet. It's going to be so cute. It's not going to be a 5-star, I can tell you that for a fact. It doesn't feel like a 5-star, but I'm having a good time. One thing in here as well is I really like Tiffy. Like, she's just so much fun. Like, she's giving bigger than life energy. She's super happy-go-lucky, sunshine, and I don't think I've read a sunshine romance in a long time. I wouldn't say Leon's a grump though. He's given a bit like mistake, like a bit closed off, but not in like a grumpy way. He's just got a lot going on, so I wouldn't say it's a grumpy sunshine, but Tiffy's definitely a sunshine character, but she's not too sunshine, like not annoying sunshine, you know, like where they just don't feel any sadness at all. She definitely does show emotions. One thing that's annoying me about her though is she's too forgiving. That is one thing, she is way too forgiving, especially to her ex. Her ex is a piece of shit, honestly. It's annoying me that she keeps like thinking about going back to him. That's one thing. I hate exes in stories. Sometimes I don't hate it. It's not annoying me too much in here because I feel like it's gonna have like a big, well, it does have a big element to Tiffy's plotline and her overcoming her realizations of like how she was actually treated and how her relationship with him was toxic, and seeing her actually realise that is a very important storyline. So yeah, I don't mind it when it's like that. I recently read Deep End and there were an ex in there and I just hated it. I hated that because sometimes it can work if it's done in a certain way. It didn't work for me in Deep End, whereas in here I feel like it's been handled really well, but I just wish she'd stop forgiving him or like thinking about forgiving him, because it's like, no, he does not deserve to be forgiven. He is a manipulator. Like, get away from him. Also guys, the weather, it's finally feeling like spring. We have had the worst like January and February in the UK. The weather has been literally winter weather. It's been freezing. Now it is finally like sunny. You can probably see the sun literally shining on me. Sadly not sunny enough to sit outside yet, but hopefully soon I'll be back to sitting outside and reading, and I can't wait for that. That's one thing. I'm not a lover of summer and spring. Well, I do love spring, I don't love summer. One thing that I love about it is being able to sit outside and read, and I can't wait for when I can do that. I don't know if we'll be able to do that in this vlog, we'll see, but I just had to mention it because I'm honestly, I feel so much happier. I'm a winter girly through and through, but I am ready for nicer weather now, and it's just matching the vibes of this book because it's like that time of year when you start reading books like this. I'm so glad I'm loving reading again. I never did love it, but obviously you've seen previous videos, my skin, it's a lot, and I can't read much when my skin's bad. So now that I'm feeling better, I feel like me again. I feel happy to be reading, and I just love it. I've missed it so much. But yeah, I'm gonna go read now and actually do my hobby that I've missed so much. Hi guys, ignore how stupid this looks. I wear these bandages because of my skin. I just got a fun parcel, so we're going to open it. There is some books in here. Do I need more books? Absolutely not. But I can't help myself. Ooh. First we have Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue. This is a bit of a scary one. It's a dark romance. It's a monster romance. Very, very different, but I want to try it, see if I like it, because one of my favourite YouTubers that loves dark romance absolutely is obsessed with this series, and I've seen so many good things about it. This was only £10 on Amazon, which is just crazy. It is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I've just been seeing this book everywhere, so I was like, do you know what, I'm gonna get it. I want to see like what everyone's talking about, and it sounds really good. Let's see if there's anything on the hardback. That's exciting. I love it when we get a foiled hardback. It's incredible. But yeah, I can't wait to read this one. Will I read it soon? I don't know. I mean, I bought these because I was hoping to read them soon, but we'll see. The last thing in here isn't a book. It is, well, technically it's a colouring book. Cozy Cuties by Coco Wire, which I am really excited to colour this one. It's got some really cute pages in it. That's my little haul. I'm so excited for both of these. Nervous about this one. Really, really, really excited about this one. But yeah. Hi, so I just got another parcel. This is a pre-order. I tend to pre-order quite a lot of books off Waterstones just because I love to get the special editions of books, especially when they're the same price as the normal. So if I like the sound of it, then I put it on pre-order because why not? And I love to have pretty books on my shelves. I know what this book is. but I'm excited to see it in person. Oh, it's stunning. This is Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen. Look how gorgeous that is. My camera is flashing, hopefully we can make it last. But it is beautiful. It's another fantasy romance. Look at the hardback, guys. Oh my god, that is gorgeous. I love it. It's the sprayed edges on this one for me. It's just pink. It's so stunning. Yeah, I had to get this when I saw it, and I read the synopsis and it just sounds so good, so how could I not? I remember what sold me with this book. It was because on the synopsis, there was a quote that's on the front. They've loved each other in 1,000 lifetimes. They've killed each other in every one. So that sentence alone was like so compelling to me. So yeah, I can't wait. It's so stunning. I love getting special books. Just want to do a little update because I've got like a lot of thoughts going on in my head right now with this book. Sadly, it makes me so upset because this happened with Deep End. I got to around the halfway point, like 200 pages in, and I just lost interest, and that's happened with this one. I'm still like enjoying, like it's still a fun read. I'm glad I'm reading it, but I just want to be done with it now. I feel like it's dragging a little bit for me, which sucks. The reason for this is the writing in here. It's just not working for me. It feels like I'm reading a list sometimes. I don't know how to explain it. I've just never really read writing that's written like this. I mean, I'm not an expert when it comes to writing, guys. I failed English. I feel like I have to preface that. Like, I think the fact that I hate saying stuff about writing because I cannot write, but the simple fact is I'm just not gelling with the writing in this book, and the reason is because it feels like I'm reading a list sometimes. The way it's like structured and everything, it's just not working for me. There's things in this book that I do really like. For example, I think Tiffy's storyline in here is so important, and I think the way Beth is handling her storyline is amazing. I think she's doing a great job with that storyline. I think the way it's written and how Tiffy discovers what actually happened to her is done with such care. So I really appreciate that about this book, and I can see why so many people connect with this book because of Tiffy's character. I can see why so many people do really like this story, because I think the inner plots within the characters is amazing. But I just think the whole reason why it's not working for me is because I'm not gelling with the writing. The development with the romance didn't work for me either. Yeah, I'm going to give a better update tomorrow, but I just wanted to say a couple of my thoughts while I'm thinking them, because it's just scattering in my brain and I feel like I need to say something. Yeah. Hi guys, so it is the next morning now. I haven't even got changed yet. I'm still in my PJs from yesterday. These are the PJs I went to bed in, obviously. But before I get up, get ready, I am going to finish The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. I have around 80-ish pages left now, I think. Just want to be done with this, guys, to be honest. I feel like it's probably going to be around a 3-star. This is the thing with some books that have been on my TBR forever. I'm like, oh, that could have stayed there. But I'm glad I've read it. I think it's a really sweet romance. It's just I'm not gelling with the writing, as I said last night. But it's quite upsetting because I feel like this book has so many things in it that should work for me. Has so many things in it that I usually would enjoy, but I just think it's the way it's executed as to why I'm not like loving it. I'm still excited to get back into it and finish it, because I still think it's a good book. It's not bad, but it's just not a favourite. The characters in here are great characters. Like, I think if it weren't for the way it were written, this would have had like so much potential because of the characters. I love how nervous Leon is. He comes off as very reserved and anxious, and I love seeing him come out of his shell. I love in a book when it is the guy that's the reserved and shy one. I think it's so fun. Seeing Tiffy bring out this other side to him is really sweet. Should love them more as a couple, because usually a dynamic like this would work so well for me, because she's really outgoing, full of life, funny, and he's really reserved, shy, anxious. But when they come together, they just work, they gel really well together. But it's not working for me, and I think a lot of that is because I feel like there's no build up to that. It felt like all of a sudden they met each other for the first time and suddenly they wanted to be with each other, which I think's a bit unrealistic. I do wish there was like a middle element where they had like a couple dates together, they actually got to know each other a bit better, even though they did know each other through the notes that they were leaving each other. I feel like I wish we got more interactions of them in person before we got to the parts where they start acting like a couple. I'll say that I have missed rom-coms a lot, and I'm loving like reading a rom-com, because I feel like I haven't read one like this in a long time. This very much reminds me of the beginning of my reading era. This probably, maybe when I first started reading might have worked for me, but I think 'cause I've read so many romance now, it's just not working for me. Another positive is, even though it is a rom-com, it is doing really well with handling deeper subject matter whilst also still keeping it light-hearted, which I really appreciate in a rom-com. I feel like there is ways of going about that where you can still have a rom-com but still make the characters realistic. These two characters are very realistic, which I do like, so that's another positive. There is some positives about this book, guys, it's just not a favourite, sadly. But yeah, I'm gonna go finish this now and I'll update you when I'm done, but I'm pretty sure this is probably going to be a 3-star. Just finished The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary, and I think I am going to give this a 3-star. It wasn't a bad book, don't get me wrong, it was still a good book. 3-star is not a bad rating, it's just not a favourite for me. But I will say there's so many elements in this book that I did really like. I really like I've said previously, Teller's storyline. I also love Leon's storyline, especially his brother. I love his brother so much, he's so sweet, and I love the way that all turned out. I think this book has some really good side characters. Tiffy has such a great group of friends. I think the group of friends in here is really sweet. I love all the characters, it's just simply that the romance just wasn't super compelling to me. I think they were sweet, but I'm not gonna think about them, you know. I think my actual favourite character in here is Leon's brother. I just really liked his character when he was in the book. Oh, Holly as well, Holly's plotline, that was really sweet. The two old men, like there was so many sweet little plots in here. Those are my positives and why I'm giving it 3 stars, and obviously the reasons I've said before. With this as well, I think the reason why I'm going to give it 3 stars is, like you saw this morning, I was like, oh, I'm going to read the rest of this. It's literally now 3:30 and I've only just finished it because I've just kept getting distracted. Like every time I went to read it, I'd read like a page or two and then I would put it down and get distracted by my phone, and that to me means that I'm not that interested in the books. I keep coming out the story, and I do wish that the romance, like I say, was a bit more developed for me personally, but I can see why people do really like this story. I'm sad that it didn't work for me, but I feel like you should take this rating with a grain of salt because I know so many people love this book. This is just my personal preference. I'm glad it's off the TBR. Finally, I've finally read this. This is so old now, and I can finally say I've read it. I think there's a movie as well, so I might watch the movie adaptation for this, let you know what I think. I think I'm probably going to unhaul this just because it is a 3-star, and I've got so many books, but yeah, glad to say I've read it. Super wholesome book with some really great deeper elements. If that's what you're looking for, I would recommend this. I'd still recommend this to people because I do think it is a great book. It's just not one of my favourites, and that's okay. Sometimes we just have books that we don't absolutely obsess over, and that's okay. That's reading, it's subjective, you know. I am gonna start the hating game today. I think I will update you if I do start it. I'm not sure yet. I am gonna go to my nana's and then I'll see how I feel when I get back, but I'm actually really excited for the hating game, guys. I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna love it, but we'll see. I hope I do. I want to read a romance that I'm absolutely obsessed with, like just a normal general romance, because I haven't been obsessed with a normal general romance in such a long time, so yeah. I started the series adaptation of this, not really liking it, to be honest. Tiffy in the series isn't how she's explained in the books at all. She's not quirky enough, I guess you could say, because she's quite quirky in here. She has like a very unique style, very unique energy, and it's just not giving that in the series. I feel like they did okay at casting Leon, but yeah, it's not my favourite, to be honest. So I can't imagine how people who love that book feel, because I didn't absolutely love that book. We are going to be starting The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I'm so excited to start this. Like, I actually am so happy that I'm still super excited about this one. I'm a little bit nervous because I feel like when this first started going around on TikTok, everyone were obsessed with it, everyone loved it. Now I always see a lot of hate on this book, so I'm excited to see where I fall on that side of the argument. Am I going to love it? Am I going to hate it? I have a feeling I'm going to love it, just because it's got a lot of buzzwords. It's workplace romance, they're rivals to lovers. Those two alone just sound super fun. I love books like that. Try and finish it before Tuesday when I go to the hospital, because I'm having an operation on Tuesday, so I won't be able to vlog then. So I'm going to try and finish it before then, which I think I definitely can, because it's very short. I'm going to have my operation on Tuesday, and then I'll come back to read One True Loves when I have recovered. Hi guys, so I am still reading The Hating Game. I'm on page 52. Don't have much of an update yet, but I've just come on here because I just got a Waterstones parcel. I know what these two are. One of them is a book I've already read, but I'll explain that when we get to it. We have A Curse for True Love paperback, which this is one of my favourite books. I have the hardback, but I wanted the paperback as well to go up my shelves, because this story is one of the few books where I actually purchase like multiple editions, like the hardbacks, the paperbacks. Don't have any special editions of this series though, which breaks my heart because I missed out on that, but I'm happy to have the paperback edition as well, and it's just going to look really nice on my shelves. And then a book that I just had to add to my TBR, guys, because everyone is talking about this book right now and I have so much FOMO and I want to put it on my TBR. Will I get to it soon? I don't know. I really hope so. It is Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. I don't know really anything about this, to be honest. Every review that I see of this book is 5 stars, so there's got to be something about it that everyone is obsessed with. That is my little book haul, guys. So it's still the same day, I'm just in my pyjamas now. I am 96 to be exact pages into The Hating Game. I just want a book that I love. I just want a romance that I love, and this is just not, it's not doing it. Everything happens so quick in here. I want a build up, a slow burn, that's all I want, and this is just, it's just things are happening inside here way too quickly for my liking, and it's just making the romance not very believable. There's a few cringy parts in here. The girl has an obsession with Smurfs, which, if you have an obsession with Smurfs, that's fine, but it's just, I don't know, like a bit, that was a choice, you know, that was a choice. The guys like said a couple of things that I find really strange, like commenting on her clothes, things like that. I read this when I first started reading, I probably would have enjoyed it, but I think because I've read so many books now and I know what I like, I know that I like a build up. I don't necessarily need a slow burn, at least some build up, some tension, you know. I think with books this short, you've got to give it till around like 150, 200 before that happens. There could still be a bit of a build up. I think I am going to finish it. I don't want to DNF it. I think everything that's happening right now in this book, if it happened a bit later in the book and we had that build up, it would have been way better, because I feel like the banter between them is super fun. I think Sally Thorne's quite funny. I don't think she's a bad writer by any means, but I think because they just got straight into that, it made me not feel anything, because I'm just like, well, I've had no time to connect to this relationship. I've had no time to feel anything towards the characters. I will say though, even though I'm not like absolutely obsessed with it, it's such a fast read. Like, it's so quick and easy, which is nice. I want to love a rom-com. Like, I want to find a good rom-com, you know, not like just a rom-com, because I feel like at the start of my reading I used to love rom-coms, and I know that in my heart that I still do, but there's just, it's finding the right one, you know. Sadly, the Flatshine The Hating Game just isn't the one for me. It's annoying when you want to love a book but you don't. Hi guys, so I have sadly decided to DNF The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. This talk was so hard for me to do, but I spoke to Connor to like try and get my thoughts out. I do not want to continue this, guys. Like, I got 115 pages in and there was just so much about it I wasn't enjoying, and I knew that it was probably only going to be around a 3-star. If anything, if I kept reading, it probably would have dropped even lower. I'm not going to rate it, obviously, because I haven't finished it, and that's unfair on the author. I DNF'd it because I felt myself forcing myself to read it, and I didn't want to do that because I want to enjoy what I'm reading. I have so many books on my TBR, and I don't want to just continue reading so many books on my TBR that could be 5 stars or 4 stars. So I just decided to DNF it. Yeah, I just wasn't loving it at all. Like, I felt like the couple things were moving too quickly, the banter just wasn't working for me. I found it cringy in some parts, and it felt like when I was reading it I wasn't absorbing anything I was reading. Like, I wasn't taking it in because I wasn't enjoying it. It is Monday now, and tomorrow I am having an operation, so I'm not going to start One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid yet. I will come back to you guys once I am like recovered enough to vlog. I don't know how long that'll be. I think it'll probably be like 5 days to a week. It is a major operation because it's an infection on my ear that's eating at my ear, but it's not a long recovery time, thank God. But yeah, I will be starting this in a couple of days. You guys will see me quicker. You guys will see me next when I'm fully recovered. But yeah, I am super excited for this one. It is a literary fiction. I don't read much literary fiction, but I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Absolutely loved it. And I feel like I'm one of the few people that hasn't read all her books. I probably won't read all of them, just the ones I'm interested in. And this one I'm definitely interested in. Basically, this is about Emma and Jess. And basically, Jessie is on a helicopter that goes missing mid-flight. And then this story is about Emma years later, after going through all that, going through the grief of losing her soulmate. And she meets this other guy. She's falling in love with another guy. But then she receives a phone call from her soulmate from years ago who went missing in a flight, Jessie. And this is about her trying to combat that, to figure out who does she stay with after all these years, which just sounds so compelling and interesting. Sounds like it's going to be heartbreaking. But yeah, I will see you guys soon. Hi guys, so I need to update the vlog because I have started True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I started it yesterday. I think when I last saw you I said I'd be back once I'm fully recovered from my operation. I had my operation last Tuesday. I still have like stuff inside my ear and the tape for the scar, but I am doing okay now. I've got a little bit of throbbing, a little bit of pain, but it's very bearable to me. Like, I experience pain every day because I've got chronic pain, so this is not to me. I'm doing okay now. The operation went well. It was very anxious driven. Well, I was so anxious going into it, even though I shouldn't be because I've had loads of operations. But I have a lot of hospital trauma because of everything I've been through. But I got through it and I'm here and I'm doing okay. The recovery was quite hard, like it was very painful, I won't lie, like the first 3 days. But again, it's nothing to me because I've had like major spinal surgery. I've broken my pelvis. Like, a little ear operation it's considered a major operation, but it's not major to me, you know, because I've been through way worse. So that's what I like kept reminding myself, like on the days where I were in a lot of pain, I was like, this is not Courtney, you'll be fine. A week today I had the operation and I'm doing okay now. Like, the pain is just not even, it's just a little bit like earache. It's not too bad. But yeah, that's my little update on the operation. I did this last night. I'm obsessed, like I cannot put it down. I'm on page 159 and I haven't updated you guys. I kept saying, oh, I'll read another 50 pages, then I'll update the vlog, and I just couldn't stop reading. I would say it's quite gripping, but not in a way like a fantasy book is and the thriller book is. I'm really enjoying the character. I love Emma and I find the writing really quick and easy. Like, it's just super snappy, it's to the point. And I remember with The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which is a very different story, but I remember really enjoying the writing because it was just super easy to get through. It's just such an interesting plot because you really just don't know where Emma's gonna go with this. Like, it's really sad when reading it because you just know that Emma doesn't know how to feel. She doesn't know how to navigate this situation. She loves them both in very different ways. Never truly stopped loving Jessie, obviously. So when he comes back, she just really doesn't know how to feel, and you really feel that in this book. I absolutely love with this story is the way Taylor Jenkins Reid portrayed grief in this was truly so beautiful. Like, there's so many amazing quotes in here, and I just think she is an incredible writer. Like, you can really feel it while you're reading it. Some of the quotes just really hit you in the heart. I think I did screenshot some of them if I can find my phone. You start to understand that grief is chronic, that it's more about remission and relapse than it is about cure. What that means to you is that you can't simply wait for it to be over. You have to move through it like swimming in an undertow. Like, I just think that's so beautiful. And then there's this one, you wake up one morning feeling dry and completely empty. So empty that if someone knocked on you, you'd sound hollow. Hollow and empty are terrible ways to feel when you're used to being full of joy, but it's not so bad when you're just used to feeling full of pain. Like, I just think the way she explains grief and the way Emma's feeling is done in such a beautiful way, and I think that's why I'm enjoying this so much. Like, I just love the way it's written, and I love the fact that, like, we get her love story with Jessie and then we also get her love story with this other guy that I'm not going to say who it is because that would be a spoiler. I actually enjoyed both. Like, I was scared that maybe I'd only root for one of them, but I honestly don't know who I root for in this story. I think the only person I'm really rooting for is Emma. Like, I just want her to be happy. Like, she's gone through so much hardship. It just hard. Like, I feel so bad for her. This is incredible, and I'm going to continue reading. I needed to update the vlog because I'm going to end up finishing this without updating. I'm at the part now where she sees Jessie again. I'm really nervous. I don't know where this is going to go, but yeah. Anyway, that's my update. It is amazing and I can't wait to continue it, and I feel like I'm probably gonna finish this either today or tomorrow because it's just that good. I'm so happy I'm loving reading again. Like, it's been so long. Like, this is my third book of the month, guys, and it's only the 11th of March. That is crazy for me lately. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I've missed feeling like this, you know, just really enjoying reading again. It's just such a good feeling, and it's cause my skin's not bad. Like, I need my eczema to stay away, and it has stayed away because I'm on steroids, and they're actually working this time. They didn't work last time. I look so bad right now, guys. I can't wash my hair, and it's honestly so hard because obviously I've got like a scar here that can't get wet yet, and then also I've got stuff inside my ear, and I can't wash my hair till Friday. That means I haven't washed my hair for like over a week, and it's just, I hate it. My hair looks so bad, so please just ignore that. I know it's disgusting that I can't wash it, but it's obviously because my scar is healing. I cannot wait to be able to wash my hair. Anyway, I am gonna read a bit more of One True Loves. It is the same day as when I last spoke to you. I've just got ready now. I have kind of pulled an all-nighter because I went to bed really early and I woke up at 2 in the morning. And I'm just gonna read like maybe like another 50 pages and then have a little power nap. As I said, I'm on page 159, so I'm gonna read to like page 200. On page 206 of One True Loves. This story is just so, like, it's filled with so much emotion. It's just making my heart hurt for all the characters involved in this situation. Especially, like, I feel like such a mature character, like the way he dealt with this situation. I've just said the guy's name, I will bleep that because that is a spoiler. The way he dealt with this situation, I just think is so insanely mature, and it just breaks my heart. I think the hard part with this for Emma is her navigating like how different things are now since she thought that she lost Jessie, and how much has changed for her in those 3 years. Difficulty of that is just so like hard to read. My heart hurts for her fiance and my heart hurts for Jessie. What Jessie went through as well. Oh my god, this is such a deep story. I haven't cried or anything, but when I'm reading it I just feel like really like I just want all the characters to be happy. And I don't know who I want her to end up with, which is the most difficult thing with this, because I thought I'd have a side, but I really don't have a side. And I think that's intentional. Like, I think that's the point of the story, because Emma doesn't know who she's gonna pick. She doesn't have a side on who she wants to be with. As the reader, you also feel the same way. I love them both. Like, I love the both male main characters. I think she suits both of them so well, so it's really difficult. I also loved, I didn't mention this when I did my first update, but I loved both love stories, like how they ended up together. Such a bingeable read. I'm just reading some reviews. The characters were beautifully layered and complex. Totally agree with that. Heart-wrenching and utterly compelling, full of raw human emotion. Literally, each character's felt completely real to me. Each one is flawed and messy and impossible not to love. Literally, like, I love each character so much, and each one has flaws, and it just feels like a real story. Like, these characters, like, I feel like I could walk the street and they'd be actual real people. Like, they don't feel fictional, which I think is incredible. I love stories where they do feel really like this would never happen in real life, like escapism, but sometimes it's good to read a book like this where it's really feels like real life. It's so raw, it's so emotional, and I just love it. Like, maybe I do need to read more literary fiction, guys, because I am loving this so much. It's a romance, but it's very much more about Emma and her trajectory and how she comes to like learn to understand herself, learn to understand her emotions, how she deals with the devastation of losing her one true love, and how she navigates that, and all the feelings she feels when he comes back into her life, because she's changed so much, and also because she never stopped loving him, but she did move on, and then her feeling that guilt for moving on, but then also realising that she doesn't need to feel guilty because she thought he was gone. It's very, very complex, but in like the best way. I feel like in this book there's no right decision on who she should be with. I just want her to make the decision that she'll be happiest with. I need to read more Taylor, clearly, because I loved The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Her writing was really bingeable in that. Her writing's really bingeable in this. Some of her books I'm not that interested in, but I'm gonna look up and see like what other ones I want to read, because I definitely want to read more of her stuff. I just think her books are insanely well crafted. I am going to go now because I keep rambling, but it's because I love this book so much. I think it might end up being a 5-star, guys. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'm not having physical reactions, but I'm just so engrossed in the story. Like, I'm very much like focused on the story. I barely pick up my phone, I barely check the page that I'm on, and that is rare for me. I get distracted very easily, so if a book can do that, you know it's a good story, you know it's a compelling story. But yeah, I keep saying to stop rambling. Okay, I'm actually gonna go now. Bye, guys. It is currently the next day to when I last spoke to you, and I'm gonna finish One True Loves now by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is honestly one of the most bingeable books I have ever read. Like, when I put it down, I just want to keep reading it. I just want to see it through to the end and see where Emma ends up and like what decisions she's gonna make. I truly think Taylor just has a way with words where you just really end up engrossed in the story, and it's so hard to take yourself out of it. The fact that I'm probably gonna finish a 300-page book in 2 days just feels so good, because I haven't done that in so long, and that is what I hope to get back to, being able to read books quite quickly. Obviously it takes a certain type of book to be able to binge it, and this is definitely a very bingeable read. I'm excited to finish it and see how it ends. I'm also very nervous, and I just want Emma to be okay. Like, that's all I want. Like, I really love her character. I think she's such an incredible female main character, and I love just being inside her inner monologue and like reading about how she's feeling, reading her emotion. I think Taylor Jenkins Reid has just portrayed it in such an incredible way, as I've said. Hello, boy. Come then. Hello, darling. Taco wants to say hi. Look, he's the lad. What? 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 Come then. Come round instead of ruining my jumper. Come here. Taco wants to say hi. As always, he is the star of my YouTube channel, honestly. Aren't you? Are you the star? Are you the star? Yes. Are you? Are you the star of my YouTube channel? I think you are. I think you are. I just love this story so much. I don't know, is this a bold statement, but I do feel like I'm enjoying it more than The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And I really, really love that book, so that is a bold statement. But I just think I love the characters more in here. I'm glad that we're ending off on a good note, because like I feel like with the flat share, we got a mid-book, a DNF the hating game. So I'm so glad that we're ending on a good note. But yeah, I'm gonna go finish this now, and then I will let you know what I think when I finish it. Taylor writes is just, it's so good. Like, I would say skip this bit because I feel like these quotes are kind of spoilery if you haven't read the book. Falling out of love with someone you still like feels exactly like lying in a warm bed and hearing the alarm clock. No matter how good you feel right now, you know it's time to go. Like, I just think the way she's portraying this love story, it's just so amazing. Like, I just love the way she writes. I need to read more of her stuff. I am nearly finished now. I'm on page 298. Again, like, even just this, there are 2 tracks of footprints leading from the front door. They start out close together and veer off in different directions. I think that's so good because it really like portrays like what's happened in this book. As our feet head for opposite sides of the car, I know those footprints will be gone soon. I know they might not make it to tonight if it keeps snowing like this, but it feels good to be able to look at something and understand it. The footprints start off together and they grow apart. I get it, it's fine, it's the truth. Like, it really resonates, like, with what's happened in this story. If you know, you know, like, even that, like, is just so beautiful. So I have now finished One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I've decided to give this a 4.5 stars. This was honestly such an incredible book. There's literally nothing wrong with it, it just doesn't feel like a 5 star, but it's still such a good book, and I would highly recommend it. I feel like I've said most of my thoughts, but I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed following Emma throughout this whole book. Like, I feel like the relationships are a big part of this story, but it's mostly about Emma and her discovering, like, who she is after everything and how to navigate her life after what happened. And we go through like multiple different timelines, and I just think it's incredible where she ends up as well, and I was super happy with the conclusion. I was honestly happy with whatever way it went, but I feel like the way it did go made the most sense, and I'm just so happy that it went that way, and all the characters were okay by the end. It was a very emotional story, very raw and honest, and I really enjoyed it. I'm really happy that we ended on a good note. We only read 2 full books. I DNF'd The Hating Game, but we had a 3 star and a 4.5 star and a DNF, so not successful at first. 3 star ain't a bad rating, I still had a fun time with the flat share, but we definitely ended on a really good note. I can't wait to read more of Taylor because I just think she's such a talented writer. The way she depicts emotion in this story was truly just so beautiful. As you saw, I shared so many quotes because I just loved the way she explained everything in here. I loved the way the story went, I loved the characters, I loved both relationships in the story, and I just think it was amazing. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below anything you want, follow all my social media, and yeah, I love you all and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.